Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles quickly, keys to the game. Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand.
This year, part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, this year, part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, this year, part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, this year, part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw this year, part of it to deal with. This guy stepped up and stole that drive away. On their side now, how will they attack
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career in Alabama that finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma. Hurts ready to lead them in the second-round season. Really elevated his play senior season. And once again, he's a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to close to 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different. In each of the last 3 seasons, he doesn't expect this year to be any different. In each of the last 3 seasons, he doesn't expect this year to be any different. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. A second back around the 30. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Points up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw is Dart. He hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
He is swallowed up late at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now Dart. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dart. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on the punt for the Giants. Catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. And now you can get...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. And on that one, The protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play action now. Darty. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Barkley inside handoff. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
That's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Brown with a stick skills. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll send the tight end in motion. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
The kick by Elliott is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught at the 8. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Throwing, dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's Dart once more. This one is Slayton over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw now, Dart. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dart. Robinson hauling it in outright. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's That's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out. Send it back to the
Okay,
stadium.
Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A quick throw here out to Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They'll look to throw now, first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. He delivers the ball to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip somebody at the second level.
They're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On 1st down, he'll block to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Elliott is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back and they will hold on to the possession. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. To throw is Dart. That's complete to Slayton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Play fake, and now it's Dart. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Second and 10. Now Dart. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll get 4 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second and 7. Throwing his Dart. That one too wide, and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. And Robinson, the motion man right. Dart. That's complete to Robinson. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What a drive This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Slant, here's Collins. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Again, he'll drop the throw. He'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. Touchdown! For 4 yards out. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now down 14-9, less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Open man, that's DeVonta Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw.
this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Got to try him here. He's back to throw. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley under option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully to get themselves kick-started.
2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Helping with just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.